Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Maro and this is day 2 of our 5-day yoga practice. Today is about release and letting go. So the feeling of being grounded from day 1 naturally invites a letting go, right? So grounding provides the foundation and release creates space so that we can feel lighter and more open for the days to come. Okay, so we will use our breath and movement to release tightness and tension, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, whatever comes up for you today. We'll work with that. Okay, go ahead and grab a folded blanket, and if you have 2 blocks or 2 cushions, nothing fancy, you might need this later on when we come up to hands and knees. And we will begin lying down today. So whenever you're ready, find yourself on your back. So feet on the mat, wider than the hips, and then allow the knees to fall in towards each other. So your legs are like 2 cards that are leaning against each other, holding each other up. So here's option 1. Option 2 would be to straighten the legs and place either a pillow or a bolster under the knees. That's also a lovely low back release. Or maybe you have a favorite shape that you like to take when you lie down. Do that. Okay, so let's settle in here and join me in taking 3 releasing breaths to help us arrive and let go of distractions. So breathing in as deeply as you can through the nose. Open your mouth and sigh the exhale. Breathing in deeply through the nose. Open your mouth and release. Last one, breathing in as deeply as you can through the nose. Open your mouth and let it all go. Feel your whole body, even the parts of the body that are touching the surface that you're lying on, and allow yourself to feel safe and supported in this space, creating this container for you to practice in. If it's comfortable for you, go ahead and place your hands on your belly, or maybe one hand on the belly, the other hand right at the low ribs, upper belly area. And let's invite the belly muscles to soften and release. So try your best to become aware of any tension, tightness, or let's call it holding in the belly muscles. So let's try to release those so that when we breathe deeply, when we do our belly breathing, the belly has the ability to expand as you breathe into it, right? To the best of our abilities. Remember, it's just a practice. It doesn't have to be perfect. So with all that in mind, let's begin to lengthen and deepen the breath. Preferably breathing in and out of the nose, if that works for you today, or maybe in through the nose, out through the mouth, without any strain or force, right? You're taking just a long, gentle, slow breath. Long, gentle inhale, long, slow exhale. And see if you can breathe in such a way that makes your hands move. Finding that calming belly breathing here to start our class. Inhaling, allowing the belly to expand to the best of your abilities. And exhaling, surrender a little more in the shape that you've chosen, surrendering a little more in the body. Breathing in, allowing the belly to expand, maybe the ribs expand. Breathing out, release any tension. Breathing in softness. Breathing out tension as you release and relax. A few more rounds like this. Encouraging that belly breathing, that expansion in the belly and the ribs. Beautiful breathing, everyone. Good. From here, we will hug the knees in towards the chest. And you can rock side to side a few times if that feels good for you. And then place the feet on the mat. Let's go mats width apart. That feels okay on the knees. Maybe arms out to a T or cactus arms. Whatever feels comfortable for you. And we will find some windshield wipers here as you drop the knees, maybe to the right or left, and just go side to side. Nice and slow, warming up the body, warming up the lower body. And go ahead and scan the lower body for any sensations, starting with the feet and the ankles. Moving up the body as you check in with the knees. Noticing how they feel today without any judgment. The inner and outer thighs. Becoming aware of the stretch sensations as we move the knees side to side. And scan the hips. Low belly, low back. Good. Come back through center and we will hug the left knee in towards the chest or the armpit. And let's pulse in and out of this a little bit before we hold it. So as you breathe in, you'll just gently back off the stretch. You might still be holding onto the leg. And as you exhale, hug it in towards the collarbone or the armpit. So breathing in, back off the stretch. Breathing out, hug the knee in. Inhaling and exhaling to hug the knee in. Let's hold here. Continue to breathe. Bringing your attention to the left hip, left leg. Relax the left foot. And imagine that your breath is moving into the body and it's expanding and softening any areas of tension in the left hip, left leg, or anywhere else that you might need it. And as you exhale, release that tension, inviting your body or the area that you've chosen to soften, to release. One more breath. As you breathe in, let's send that foot up towards the sky or the ceiling, reaching the heel bone up. And on an exhale, you'll hug the knee back in gently. So let's go back and forth like this. Breathing in, stand on the ceiling. Breathing out, hug the knee in. Breathing in, breathing in, breathing in. Slow this down. Breathing out, breathing out, breathing out. Hug it in. Do one more. And release that foot down. We'll hug the right knee in. Switching sides, and let's do the same thing on this side. Just pulsing in and out, warming things up, breathing in, back off the stretch. Breathing out, hug the knee in. Breathing in to release. Breathing out to hug it in. One more. Nice and slow. So hug, hold, continue to breathe. Maybe hugging the knee in towards the collarbone or the right armpit. Relaxing the right foot, and then breathing in such a way that maybe the entire right leg, right hip just expands and softens with the breath. And as you breathe out, release any tension, allowing that area to soften, to release, to feel a little bit lighter. And as you breathe in, let's send that foot up towards the sky, the ceiling, heel bone reaching up. As you exhale, hug the knee in. Good. Breathing in nice and slow. Send that leg up. Feel the stretch in the back of the right leg. Breathing out to hug it in. Breathing in, breathing in, breathing in. Breathing out, breathing out, breathing out. One more. Good. Release this down. Awesome job. This is where you might need your block, so go ahead and grab that or your cushion. Just place it to the side for now. We'll find a reclined pigeon or figure four. So place the left ankle over the right thigh and just hang out here, okay? Don't go to the place that you normally go. Just pause for a moment and notice what this feels like. Scanning the body for stretch sensations just like this. And then when you're ready, you can maybe make this a little more challenging by placing a block under the right foot. Not necessarily more challenging, just so you can feel stretch sensation. So this might be a great place for you to feel just the right amount of stretch sensation in the outer left hip. If this isn't enough, you're not feeling anything, you can always hug the right thigh in towards your chest, okay? So find the place that you want to land and find your breath, breathing into the left hip as if it had its own set of lungs. Breathing in softness into the physical body, or maybe the mind body or the emotional body, whatever you need. Breathing out to release tightness, tension, to release and relax. A few more breaths. Beautiful job, everyone. Let's release that left foot down and just pause for a moment before we do the other side. And then cross the right ankle over the left thigh and hang out here for a moment. We're not rushing into anything, just noticing what this feels like. Option to place the block under the left foot. Checking in to see how that feels. That is plenty for me. If you need more, you can hug the left thigh in. Sometimes it also helps to feel the action of pressing the knee away from the body. So you could do that as well. So land in your shape. Find your breath. Breathing into the right hip, right outer hip, as if it had its own set of lungs. Breathing in softness wherever you need it. Physical, mind, body, emotional body, wherever you need it. Breathing out to release, to relax. And we'll release the right foot down. You can place the block to the side. We'll use that later. And from here, go ahead and glue the legs together and the feet together, okay? So feet are on the mat. You're just gluing everything together. And then press into your feet to lift your hips just a couple inches off the mat. And then let's move the hips a little to the left, just a couple inches again, and then drop the legs to the right. We're finding a reclined twist. Left arm reaching out to the left, either straight or a cactus arm, whatever you would like. Know that you can place a folded blanket, another folded blanket, or a towel under that left shoulder if it needs help reaching the floor, or to make this a little more comfortable. So land in your reclined twist here. Maybe you close your eyes. You can also place the right hand on the left thigh, just guiding it down towards the earth. Good, and invite this melting away here, this melting away of heaviness, anything that's weighing on you. Allow for that release, and you can use the exhale to help you. Give yourself permission to let go. You are allowed to let go. A few more breaths. And we'll gently come out of this back through center, gluing those feet, those legs together again, and pressing into the feet, lift and shift the hips a little to the right, letting the knees fall to the left. Maybe the right arm reaches out to the right, cactus arm or straight. Gaze can be over the right arm as well. The left hand can guide the right thigh down. If you want a deeper stretch, I like to just gently pull. Just a little more traction here, but you choose what works best for your body today. So honor your body, find your reclined twist, hold and breathe. Inviting that melting away of that which no longer serves you. Allow for the release using your exhale, knowing that you are allowed to let go. Gently come out of this, back through center, and now we will make our way up to hands and knees. So go ahead and roll to one side as you gently press yourself up, and you can grab that folded blanket to place under the knees, placing the knees under the hips, hands in line with the face, or maybe under the shoulders. I like them in line with the face because it gives my shoulders a little more space, okay? Tuck the toes here, and let's warm the wrists up a little bit. So send your hips back, sitting on your heels, or as if you're gonna sit on your heels, finding that foot-toe stretch. And then while you're here, spread the fingers really, really wide. So here's a stretch for the hands and the wrists before we put any weight on them. Feeling all 10 fingertips gently pressing into the mat. So as you breathe in, gently rock up to table. As you breathe out, send the hips back again. So let's warm up the wrists gently. Good, keep spreading the fingers. They'd like to go back in. Feel all 10 fingertips. Just a gentle pressing into the mat. Good, one more. Awesome, come up to table and let's find some cat-cows. Drop your belly, lifting the tailbone, a gentle lift in the chest and your heart. And breathe in here, arching your spine. As you breathe out, begin to round and tuck, beginning with the tailbone, up the back, releasing the head and neck last. And let's go back and forth, breathing in, arching the spine, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze. Breathe in. Breathing out, round and tuck for cat pose. Good, a few more rounds. Finding your own rhythm. your own pace. Maybe you close your eyes and just notice what this feels like in your body. Notice where you're holding any tightness or tension today in the physical body. Meet it with compassion. Maybe a little bit of acknowledgement, and breathe into it. Maybe the next time you exhale, you can open your mouth and sigh it out. One more like that. Open mouth, sigh. And from here, find any organic movement, maybe a little shifting of the hips side to side in cat pose, the shoulders side to side. You could do the same thing in cow pose. Any organic movement that might feel good. Composting the thinking mind, coming into the feeling body. Good, let's come back to neutral tabletop. Here's where you might need the blocks. Go ahead and grab those, and we will step the right leg through. Stay here with the hands on the blocks. Tuck the back toes. You might need to lift that back knee and move it a little further back. It's up to you. You can make adjustments here to see how it feels for a rocking low lunge. So arch the spine here as you lean forward in your low lunge. And as you exhale, send the hips back on a straight line, working towards straightening the leg. You don't have to for half split. So we're going to go back and forth like this, breathing in to rock forward, arch the spine. Breathing out, send the hips back. Good, back and forth a few times. Finding a little cow action when you breathe in. Maybe a little cat action as you breathe out and you send the hips back. The next time you inhale, twisting to the right, left hand down, right arm up. The full inhalation to get here. And as you exhale, right hand down, send the hips back. We're going to half splits again. So let's include this twist in our movement. Breathing in to twist to the right. Breathing out, send the hips back. Just a few more before we hold our twist. Next time you land in your twist, you can hold here, make any adjustments that you need. Maybe rolling onto the outer edge of that right foot might feel good. You can even turn the toes to face the corner of the mat. So honor your body here. Just check in with the shoulders, encouraging the shoulders to move down the back, chest up, and also encourage that twisting from the waist. And breathe. Breathe in this soft, expansive breath. Breathing out tension. Release to create space. Releasing this down. And let's find child's pose or puppy pose between sides to give our wrists a little break. So send the hips back. If child's pose doesn't work for you today, you can always lift the hips a little higher. Here's a child's puppy variation. If you feel like you have tricky knees today, you could do this. So land in child's pose for just a few breaths. Breathing in, you might think, my body is soft. Breathing out, my mind is clear of tension. Breathing in, body soft. Breathing out, mind free of tension. Reach the fingertips forward in child's pose. And let's walk the hands over to the right so we can find a side body stretch. So if you're in your puppy pose variation or child's variation, you can still do this. Reaching through the fingertips and pulling that left hip back. Feel the action of the left hip moving back as the fingertips reach forward. That'll help you feel that stretch down the left arm, left side of the torso, and breathe into that, a soft, expansive breath, allowing the ribs to expand, maybe the belly. I know there's not a lot of space here, but just send the breath there. Breathing in, body soft. Breathing out, mind clear of tension. Walking the hands back through center and allowing them to move to the other side. Walk the hands over to the left. And whatever shape you're in, puppy, child, reach through the fingertips. Pull the right hip back, feeling that stretch down the right arm, right side of the torso. 2 breaths, breathing into the ribs, maybe into the belly, if you can create some space for your breath there. Breathing in a soft, expansive breath, encouraging softness in the body. Breathing out, body, mind, free of tension. Awesome. We'll come back through center, coming up through table so we can rock on the other side. Stepping the left leg through, grabbing your blocks, tuck the back toes. You might lift the back knee off the mat, pressing it a little further back, coming into a deeper lunge, or make any adjustments that you need. Breathing in, rock forward. Breathing out as if someone's pulling your hips back on a straight line. Send the hips back. Inhaling to rock forward, arch the spine. Exhaling, send the hips back. Let's go back and forth a bunch of times. Moving with the breath. Checking in to see how the body feels. Noticing the sensations of stretch. Using the exhale to release any tension. The next time you come up, twisting to the right, left hand down, right hand down, left arm up, twisting to the left, you got it. Exhaling all the way back, half splits. Let's try that again. Breathing in, twisting to the left. Breathing out, half splits. So you're twisting towards your leg, towards the front leg. Let's do one more before we hold. Next time you inhale, you find yourself in your twist, stay there. And then maybe you roll under the outer edge of the foot. Maybe the toes want to go more towards the corner of the mat, whatever feels good. Twisting a little more from the waist. Let's be mindful of that. And so it's really a twist. So find your place, hold and breathe. Breathing in this soft, expansive breath. Breathing out that which no longer serves you. Awesome job, everyone. Release this down. You can place the blocks to the side, coming into table for a thread the needle. There's a lot of critters here today coming to practice with us. So table, hands and knees. Right arm goes out and up. Fingertips maybe up to the ceiling, to the sky. Breathe in here. Here's a twist right here. As you exhale, landing on the right shoulder, threading the arm under your torso. And maybe the left arm wants to plant itself on the mat. This is how I like to do my thread the needle. But you may have another place that you like to put the left hand, maybe up towards the sky or draping at your low back. Find your spot, hold, and breathe into those back ribs. It might be easier to feel your breath here because you are kind of restricted. So you're like breathing into something. You feel that resistance. So notice that as you attempt to breathe into your belly, into the low ribs. into the mid-back. One more breath, you got this. Inhaling fully, exhaling softly. Pressing into the left hand, right arm goes out and up, just like we did to get into it, and then come back through table. We'll do the other side. Breathing in, left arm, reaching out and up. Here's a twist right here. Exhaling, thread the arm under the torso. Land on the left shoulder, left side of your head. Figure out where you want to place the arms. Let's hold or thread the needle. And come back to your breath. Breathing into any tightness, breathing into the ribs, creating space. Inhaling fully through the nose. Exhaling softly from the nose or the mouth. Pressing yourself out of this, using the right hand to press up. Left arm goes out and up again. And plant it on the mat. Awesome. From here, we will find a seat. So grab your blanket. You can fold it in half so we can sit. And we'll find a seated twist. So you might actually need, I like to place one block behind me so I can anchor my hand. You can set yourself up there if you'd like. Good, sitting nice and tall, cross-legged. You can pull the flesh away so you're sitting on your sits bones. Awesome. Relax the arms down for a moment. Just feel into your body as you're sitting. Make any adjustments that you need to be comfortable. And on an inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhaling to the left as you breathe out. We'll flow here before we hold. So breathing in back through center. Breathing out, twisting to the right. One more, inhaling. Exhaling to the left. Let's hold here. Continue to breathe. Sitting tall. Shoulders away from ears. Twisting a little more from the waist as you try to square the hips towards the front. And once you land in your twist, you might look over your left shoulder. Keep your body where it is. Look over your right shoulder. Just one more like that. Looking over the left shoulder. Looking over the right shoulder. Good. Come back into your twist. One more breath. Breathing some length into the spine. Sitting tall. Exhaling. Release. Create space for yourself. Breathing in through the center to come out of this. Arms up. Exhaling. Twist to the right. Let's hold here and breathe. So find your twist. Maybe the back hand lands on that block. Shoulders away from ears. You're sitting nice and tall. If you feel like you're rounding into this, come out of the twist and just readjust. We want to sit tall. You're wringing out that towel. That's what your spine is like. Imagine it's a towel and you're wringing it out. Good. Once you land in your twist, you're feeling good. You can look over the right shoulder and then look over the left shoulder. Looking over the right shoulder. Turn, look over the left shoulder. Maybe do one more on your own. Landing in your twist for one more breath. Breathing in, sit nice and tall. Breathing out, soften, release, create space. And we'll come out of this back through center, reaching the arms up. Exhaling, place the hands on the thighs. Hang in there with me for a short pranayama practice and a juicy short meditation. So for our pranayama practice, we'll do pursed lips breathing. which is really calming to the nervous system as it lengthens the exhale and promotes relaxation. So you'll do this by breathing in through the nose, a deep breath as deep as you can, and breathing out of the mouth with pursed lips. So it's as if you're gonna whistle. You purse your lips like you're gonna whistle or blow out a candle like this. So let's try that here together a few rounds. Breathing in through the nose as deeply as you can. Breathing out through pursed lips. Notice how this breathing technique lengthens the exhale. A few more rounds. Enjoy it. Relax the effort. Sit nice and tall. Maybe your eyes are closed. They don't have to be. Do what feels comfortable. And for our meditation today, I'd like for you to imagine that there is a river flowing in front of you. This gentle river flowing right in front of you. As you inhale, observe what comes into your awareness without any judgment. And as you exhale, picture yourself placing thoughts, sensations, emotions, anything heavy on the surface of the river. And watch as it carries it all away, effortlessly releasing everything downstream. So continue to breathe here, a natural breath. It doesn't have to be a breath with effort, just your natural breath. Breathing in, observe. Breathing out, release. Breathing in, observe. Breathing out, release. Give it to the river without pushing it, without forcing it. Just allow it to naturally flow, carrying everything away from you. One more minute. Gently bring the palms together, hands at heart. Feel really good about practicing with me today. I hope you're feeling lighter, a little more open, and that you can take that with you into the day. Be sure to like, comment, let me know how this class landed with you in the comments, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste, everyone. Thank you for joining me.